My fondest Thanksgiving memory was my first, with my wife, as newlyweds back in 1981, along with my parents and her parents in our small Forest Hills, Queens apartment.
My favorite Thanksgiving memory is that of one year when all of my family gathered together for Thanksgiving dinner, and they came from all of the United States.
I have the best Thanksgiving memory because 6 years ago, in 2017, on Thanksgiving night, my daughter Violet was born.
My favorite Thanksgiving memory is back in Astoria watching football with my family and having great food.
I think the funniest memory I have of Thanksgiving was a couple years ago. I'm a ham eater, so I love me some ham. The dog decided that he needed the ham a little bit more than we did, so he ate the ham and I had to eat turkey.
When I think of Thanksgiving, I think of growing up. My parents owned convenience stores, so whenever it was Thanksgiving, a lot of the employees took off. So when the employees take off, what do? You work. So even though we didn't have a traditional Thanksgiving with the turkey and the stuffing, we all were gathered and it was a family environment and we just pitched in and helped each other.
My favorite Thanksgiving memory is when we would have Thanksgiving at our house, so both sides of the family would be able to come together.
My favorite memory is last year's Thanksgiving because it's the first time that I spent it with my daughter.
My favorite memory of Thanksgiving is when I was a young kid growing up in Brooklyn, and late morning, early afternoon, Channel 11 would run a movie called March of the Wooden Soldiers with Laurel and Hardy. And as a kid, it was one of my favorite movies, and so I would watch that while Mom was cooking, and the apartment was all nice and warm with the stove and the oven going and the smells of all the food she was making, and so that's a memory I still have. It's one of my favorite memories about Thanksgiving.
My favorite tradition is, I was going to say a lot of, my family and spending time together, but the truth is, my favorite tradition is eating.
My favorite Thanksgiving tradition is waking up early to watch the Thanksgiving Day Parade with my family and help cook dinner.
My favorite tradition, actually my only tradition, is watching the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade every year with my twin boys.
For Thanksgiving, I look forward to my friends and family coming by. We have a grand feast and we just enjoy each other singing and playing games.
One of our favorite family traditions every year is right after the food is done, we've napped a little bit, we immediately start putting our Christmas tree and all our Christmas decorations up.
So my favorite tradition for Thanksgiving when my children were small was that the night before Thanksgiving, when my husband and I would go to bed, he would set the Christmas tree up so that when we got up in the morning, I could make cinnamon buns, we would light the fireplace, and when the kids got up, we would watch the Macy's Day Parade as we decorated our Christmas tree together.
My favorite tradition for Thanksgiving is when we go around a table and we share what are we thankful for.
Duffy Duffy has always been about family. When my family started this firm almost 30 years ago, it was built in order for us to have the opportunity and the honor to represent families. Thanksgiving is a wonderful time to remember not only our immediate family, but the extended family of those who work here at Duffy & Duffy and all the people that we are very fortunate to represent. The holiday can't go on without us thinking about our father, who was the best father and the best partner anyone could have. As we celebrate Thanksgiving, we think about Jim Duffy.